County Elk Incentive Arbitration Panel Selection. Chief of Game, Larry Gilbertson, action item. That's 24. Know what I said? 24? He's on both, yeah. Arbitration panel. He's both.
For the record, Larry Gilbertson, Nevada Department of Wildlife. Okay, the White Pine County Game Board has sent 3 names forward to be on the elk arbitration panel. Mr. Mike Simon, who represents sportsmen, Mr. Charlie Brown, who would be the agricultural representative there, and the businessman would be Mr. Lance Gale. And so if the commission so chooses and appoints them, that's the arbitration panel we will use.
Excellent. Okay, we'll throw out any public comment on this item. Public comment from the audience, and we'll bring right back to the commission. Public comment. Okay, we'll close public hearing on item number 24, bring it back to the commission. We had Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. Last time we did this, I asked whenever the names are being submitted again, I want to see a resume on these people. I have no idea who they are, what they stand for, and we made a decision for one individual here a while back, and I didn't know him from Adam and Eve, and I've got 3 names. I don't know anything about them, and I will not vote on any of them without having a resume on them.
Would you like a verbal description of some of them? And I'm guessing that Commissioner Vogler could also assist, but I can give you a little bit of background on some of them. For instance, Mr. Mike Simon is a retired highway patrolman. He's a member of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. He's very active. He shows up at all the White Pine County Game Boards. And I believe his son is on the White Pine County Game Board, who happens to be a highway patrolman at the time. Right now, he's an active highway patrolman. Mr. Charlie Brown, some people may know him. If I understand correctly, I believe he had a construction company down here in Las Vegas. He purchased a ranch up in White Pine County down on Ellison Creek. George Gardner's, and he's been there for a number of years. He and his wife have moved up there. They've lived there for a number of years now. I think he's quite active in everything. He comes to meetings that like CRM meetings and other things I've seen him at in White Pine County. He's an active member of agriculture up there. And Mr. Lance Gale is a longtime businessman, obviously owns Gale Oil and Tire in town, and he grew up in Ely and has been there all that time. And Commissioner Vogler may have more specifics about this.
Mr. Vogler?
Lance Gale's office is covered with every head that was ever taken of any substance in the state of Nevada. Charlie Brown is an excellent choice. I can stand by them all. I do have to abstain because I receive an incentive tag, and I don't think it's proper for me to vote. But the 3 people that are proposed are very excellent. But I do have a question for Mr. Gilbertson. Time is of the essence. There's been a huge drop in the value of these tags. The person that asked for an arbitration of his area, what is the protocol? Is there anything other than just the statutes requires a board of arbitration? They need to meet tomorrow.
Good question. What I had Russell Wollstenhume do is he's contacted all of these individuals before this commission meeting. Tentatively, if you approve these members, we have a meeting set up for Tuesday night at 7:30 in White Pine County, and we want to process it immediately. So,
Follow-up question, Dags, can I attend that meeting, or does that give me a conflict because I do receive an incentive tag and I'm a part of this commission?
No, you can attend. You're not making any part of the decision, so you can be there. That's no problem.
And can I make a statement at that time, or just as an observer?
It depends what the statement's going to be.
It would basically cover the fact that I have, prior to this gentleman purchasing those properties.
Let's talk offline.
Oh, okay. I've been there.
Okay, we have any, okay, start at the end, Mr. Macbeth, and then we'll move down to Mr. Lent.
I'll also be abstaining because my brother gets incentive tags on his ranch, but I want to vouch for these three individuals. I have not met Charlie Brown, but I do know of him and his ranch, and so I think he's an excellent choice for the ranching community. Mike Simon, I've had exchanged emails and have met him at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation dinner there in Ely, and he's well-known, and he is an excellent choice for the sportsman's representative on this panel. I've also had a know of and have had business dealings with Mr. Lance Gale, and he also is an excellent choice and representing the business community. And so I realize, we don't have resumes, but fortunately I do know these folks, and I think that this is an excellent choice.
Go ahead, Mr. Lent, followed by Mr. Howell.
Does any of these individuals get a landowner tag? None of them do?
I
There's a
can,
question, answer down here.
Nevada Department of Wildlife has done some fencing of an alfalfa field for Mr. Brown. I do not believe he gets any kind of an incentive tag. His problem up that canyon has mostly been deer. Lance Gale does not, and Mike Simon does not.
As a sportsman's rep, not knowing any of these people, I'd probably vote for a sportsman any day because I'm a sportsman's rep, and not knowing any of these individuals, from what he said, it's a sportsman, and his dad, Arbitration, his kid's on one of the boards, so I would be inclined to go with a sportsman on this as far as my vote. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Pearl. Oh,
Comment, and then I would
Sorry
like to
about that.
make a motion if,
We had one more comment, and then we'll come right back to you.
okay, first of all, I do know Charlie Brown. I think he'd be an excellent addition to this. I also know Mike Simon. Mike was the head of the Highway Patrol Commercial Division for quite some time. I don't know Mr. Dale, but if you're Gale, but if he's anything like the other two, I'm sure that it'll be a good arbitration panel. So I will be making a motion to
Okay.
approve.
Well, Mr. Howell, and then we'll come right back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Charlie Brown's the only one I know, and I've known him for 60 years, and I'd be happy to vouch for him.
Depends on the motion. Okay, we need 3 members for this panel, and we had Mr. Pearl?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we approve item number 24, the selection of the incentive arbitration panel to include Mr. Mike Simon of Ely, Mr. Charlie Brown of Ely, and Mr. Lance Gale of Ely.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to appoint Mike Simon, Charlie Brown, Lance Gale to the White Pine County Elk Arbitration Panel. Does everybody understand the motion? Questions on the motion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote, and I understand in this voting we have 2 abstentions, one Mr. Vogler, one Mr. Macbeth. Everybody else, all in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously with 2 abstentions.